The Neewer TT560 Speedlite is a beginner-friendly, highly functional, and useful for situations requiring multiple flashes. This is a fantastic entry-level flash at only $32 on Amazon. Build quality on the TT560 is perfectly adequate. It is certainly plastic, but feels and looks pretty solid. I suspect it might break if you dropped it on a hard surface, but I wouldn't expect much better from more expensive units. The design is simple, elegant, and functional. There are only 4 buttons and 1 switch. All are useful and easy to understand out of the box. The battery compartment is easy to access even when attached to a camera. It's simple to use. It's sleek and light, possibly because of the lower quality plastics found in the Speedlite, but I always appreciate light gear no matter how it comes by it. Speedlite fits well on both small and larger cameras and doesn't feel off balance. Overall, design and build quality is good. Functionality is the name of the game with the Neewer TT560. It has 8 manual power settings from 1 out of 1 on the far right hand side to 1 out of 128 power on the far left hand side that are changed with these plus and minus buttons. It's simple to use. You simply turn it on, press these minus buttons to go down, press the plus buttons to go up in power, and when it is ready to flash, it'll indicate that with a solid red light on the power button. The TT560 has a standard hot shoe mount, making it compatible with Canon, Nikon, Sony, Panasonic, Olympus, pretty much every brand. This unit doesn't have through-the-lens metering, or TTL, which automatically determines light levels with infrared to inform your camera what settings to use. So it kind of allows you to use automatic settings with a flash. I don't really find TTL necessary or useful anyway. I prefer manual settings. It allows you better artistic effects and to maintain consistency through your shots. TTL is useful though for situations with rapidly changing light levels where you need to shoot quickly. If that describes how you plan to use your Speedlite, this one might not be the one for you. Consider one with TTL. The Neewer TT560 also doesn't have high-speed sync. This means you won't be able to use high shutter speeds with the flash. It's dependent on the flash sync speed of your camera. Many cameras are at 1/200th of a second. I still find it useful on both a Canon 6D Mark II and a Panasonic G7 at 1/250th of a second, but part of the frame will be black. So as long as you're willing to crop it, you can use it up to 1/250th of a second shutter speed. This Speedlite is as simple to use as it possibly could be. Not much comes in the box, just the flash, an instruction manual, a bag to put a flash in, and a mounting plate so that you can attach it directly onto a tripod. And all you need to do to get started with your TT560 is to put 4 AA batteries in, attach the flash to your camera's hot shoe, screw it in place, turn it on, wait for it to power up, set your desired level of flash, and shoot. Speedlights don't get much easier than this one. It's never a chore to use, even when using multiple as slave flashes or with remote triggers. If you care about simplicity, this is a great flash option. Let's talk about price. Coming in at only $32, a Speedlite is a steal. Speedlights made by camera manufacturers like Canon and Nikon are hundreds of dollars. Other third-party brands are often more expensive, usually being in the $50 to $100 range. There are 1 or 2 competitors at this price point, but they don't provide the same build quality or reputation. This flash really shines when it comes to price and all the capabilities it has at that price. As for batteries, you'll need batteries for your Speedlite, and you shouldn't skip on quality or use disposable batteries. Speedlights take a lot of juice, and if you use one relatively frequently, you'll go through batteries pretty quickly. Battery quality also determines how fast the Speedlite recycles, which is how long it takes to fire again. I use and recommend Panasonic's N-Loop Pro rechargeable batteries. They're high capacity, 2550 milliamp hours, compared to lots of other rechargeable batteries which are at about 2000 milliamp hours. These batteries last longer in the flash unit, which means I need to change and charge them less often. Charging is a hassle and takes a long time. Most batteries like these take around 8 hours to charge, so the less often I need to take them out, the better. The TT560's recycle rate is consistently fast with these batteries. At full power, it takes a little less than 2 seconds to be ready to shoot again. Let's talk about modes. In manual mode, the flash is triggered when you press the shutter button. When using more than one flash, there are other modes. S1, which you just press the mode button, or optical sync 1 allows a second off-camera speedlight to act as a slave flash. When in S1 mode, an off-camera flash can be triggered by firing an on-camera flash. So when a flash sees another flash in S1 mode, it will trigger itself. In my testing, the TT560 has never failed to fire in S1 mode when it sees another flash. This is a great way to avoid using remote triggers. If you don't want to mess with that, just use optical sync 1 mode. S2 mode, just press mode button again, or optical sync 2 allows the TT560 to operate as a slave flash for an on-camera TTL flash. S2 mode does not work with non-TTL flash units. I don't use TTL flashes for reasons I talked about earlier, so I don't find this mode useful. Just usually use manual, but sometimes S1. So let's talk about remote triggers. If S1 and S2 modes don't work for your circumstances, remote triggers will. These flashes are dead simple to use with remote triggers. You simply attach the trigger to the flash mount, like so. Turn it on. Set your flash to manual mode, as it is here. Then you attach the remote to the hot shoe of your camera. You now have your desired level of output, and you simply press the shutter button and it flashes, no matter where they are within range. Simple as that. So let's talk about some frequently asked questions about the Neewer TT560. So why isn't my Neewer TT560 flashing? If your TT560 isn't flashing with triggered, the most likely explanation is your batteries are dead. So you turn it on and it's not recycling. No red light. You've got dead batteries. Got to change them. Another explanation could be that the batteries were put in wrong. I know, simple, but I've done it. So just take it out and put them in the correct way. There could also be a problem with the flash unit itself. If you have exhausted all other explanations, reach out to Neewer about replacing a defective unit. In conclusion, the Neewer TT560 Speedlite is simple to use, dependable, sturdy enough, and affordable. It's easy to recommend for beginners and more advanced users alike. Anyone who appreciates functionality, form, and good value will enjoy this Speedlite. Thanks for watching.